this is my thoughts on the new duel tournament for the stupid Rainbow Cup. For me, this is more of a middle finger to most of these clubs that have. For me, this is the middle finger to most of these clubs that, in my opinion, deserved to be in playoffs. For me, deserved to be in playoffs, and should have had a chance to compete to get to the final. And if you think of it, they put the league final right after the Six Nations, which, for example, the Ireland-England game, which is one thing. Then, don't know why. If they knew there was going to be a travel issue, like, they could have sorted something out. Like, if they had an option, they could have, in my opinion, before it was put on this red list, before South Africa was put on this red list of countries, they could have sent them over, not done their preparation series, and I think that would have worked. But I feel this is Northern Hemisphere one is more of a fucking. They still call it a Rainbow Cup, but it's more of a fucking mini pro14 series, in my opinion. They say in the statement that their partnership is still strong and they're hoping to make whatever plans for next season public shortly. But my argument is, if they can't sort out travel for only a competition that has only 6 rounds in the final, how can they sort it out for a full season? Now I'm going to bring up the arguments coming up from both hemispheres. The first one is, for me, if they knew this was going to be dead, in my opinion, they should have kept the playoffs. One, it could have made other teams like Ulster, Connacht, probably Scarlets, and any other team the chance of getting through. Also, there was rumours that South African teams were going to use this as a back door to get into the Champions Cup, which means teams like Cardiff Blues or Glasgow might lose out, which I thought was wrong. And another thing, I feel like this competition would be more for teams to blood young players. In order to get them more exposed so they can get them ready for the new season. And also, I felt this competition was rushed. It's like they were pushing it all the way, hoping for it to work. It's like the fucking thing was on life support, in my opinion. That's just what I felt. And also the money. Money was the main reason this was still going on. And that's why it was all keep being pushed on and on and on. But on the next section I will cover will be from the Southern Hemisphere side of things. One, the problem with this is they're going to have less time to prep for the Lions tour. That's if the UK government keeps their hands out of it, because you don't know if they're stopping this, they might end up stopping the fucking Lions tour as well. And plus, you hear some people comparing different sports. Say, how come a cricket team can go? You can say, how come a cricket team can go and play abroad? How come Champions League's going on? How come the Heineken Cup's going on? How come the fucking Six Nations, etc.? My argument is stop comparing competitions. Though it could be, in my opinion, all different levels, whatever way the traffic light system works in Europe. That's just what I think it could be. Another thing is, like I said, they could have scrapped the preparation series in South Africa and went straight into it, straight away. In other words, they could have brought them up to the Northern Hemisphere well before the system, for the red traffic, before they got on the red list. And another thing is, they should have copped on. They must have thought back when they announced it in December that by now you wouldn't have variants. Travel would be a lot easier by now. In other words, international travel will probably be back and all. But to me, they were just fucking giving CPO to a fucking to the Rainbow Cup. That's all it was. They were doing CPO to the Rainbow Cup. Then I went on to life support. Then it got put. Then it got buried. That's what I felt happened. CPO, life support, and it got buried. What's next? Another fucking mini pro14, which, in my opinion, no one will want to watch it. No one will give a rat's ass about it. No one will give a rat's ass about it on this hemisphere. No one will give a rat's ass on the other version in South Africa. It's not just South African fans that pissed at this. For me as a Leinster fan, I do feel sorry for Ulster and their fans. They got robbed of a chance to getting into the playoffs. They got robbed the chance of getting into playoffs, which they could have made the final and all that. I just personally think money got ahead of them in this when they were doing this. It did says they did try everything, every spot, everywhere, and it says they'll make their plans coming. They said they make their plans soon. They make their plans for next season shortly. But what's next? For me, if they can't resolve travel, I expect what we've seen this season. 12 teams in this competition. 12 teams next season, all the way to 2022, and they'll probably try this Rainbow Cup again if travel is back. I'd be surprised if the Pro 16 does happen next season. I would be surprised. Like I said, if they can't sort out travel for only 6 rounds, how can they sort out travel for one season? For me, money got to their heads. They pissed off the fans. Not just the fans, even the teams. Not just fucking South African sides were wondering what was going to happen. All the Northern Hemisphere teams were all left in limbo with this. And now, all they know now is, they're thinking, here we go, we're all playing each other once again. Like Leinster and Munster have played 5 times. This weekend will be their 5th time doing derbies. For feck's sake, in one feckin' season, it's gone this. I feel like the Pro 14, in my opinion, needs to cop on and think better if they want to organise a competition. But it was going to fail within the COVID times we're in at the moment. Thank you everyone for listening. See ya.